All right, guys, welcome back. We hope that you enjoyed part 1. Get ready because part 2 is just as good, if not even better. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you at the end.
And again, I know you said you wear multiple hats. So just filming, right? So how often do you film? Because again, for me, I'm trying to film like twice a week. And like twice a week is already like, whoo, I gotta make some content over here. Now that's newly added, to your business. Like, what is your day like as well? Like, editing and uploading and little stuff like that.
Yeah, so I try to film at least 4 times a week, and that being 4 live workouts. Now the workout variety and the modality changes. So it may be a body weight workout on Monday. On Thursday, it may be a boxing workout. On Friday, it may be dumbbells or resistance bands. On Saturday, it may be cycling. So I like to have the variety in there. And the thing is this, after every workout, I'm uploading it into a library. So every week, there are more and more dumbbell workouts are adding up over the course of the year and over the course of the decade, etc. Right? Same thing with the boxing or the bands and dumbbells or the cycling. So people will be coming and they'll start to see in the beginning there may have been 10 workouts in each silo. But
Right.
now there are going to be 20 workouts in each silo. Next thing you know, there's 30, there's 50, right? So the work and the progress comes. And eventually it's going to get to a point where people just log on, maybe just random Google search and the app popped up and they'll see all of these workouts here and be like, oh my gosh, I can work out for the rest of my life by just coming to this app. There's tons of variety there. And that'll take care of itself. But guess what? The work has to be done from day one. And this is my day one, and I'm excited to do the work, and I know it's going to pay off and pay off dividends later on in time. So that's part of the game, the overall game plan. There's a lot of work that goes into it. You get better with it. At first, it takes 3 hours to do all of that,
Right.
and then it takes 2 hours. And
Right.
then you get really good, and you can knock it out pretty quickly within 1 hour if you stay efficient. But it's a process, and there's growing pains that come along with it. But when you learn it, and you come out better.
Wow. I mean, guys, again, if you haven't hit like, follow this guy. I'm
Hit
gonna
the like, hit the like.
hit the like. It's all gonna be there in the description. Make sure you guys follow Mr. Gideon as we continue to kind of dive through a little bit more information. So you mentioned all these things, and I do have to ask, right? Employees, it sounds like you have a whole team behind you.
It may sound like that.
Yes.
I certainly don't have a whole team behind me, and I've always wanted to have employees to support me with what I do, but it's very because I do so many different things.
Right.
I can't necessarily, or I haven't found the best way to utilize somebody if I did decide to go that route.
Do you mind if I chime in?
Yeah, please. Yeah, talk to me.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And the only reason why I'm saying this is again, there's because you have such a big vision, right? And again, for me, I want to help out as much as I can and give you insights of like the tools, tricks. Sorry, tongue twister over here. Anyways, tools and tricks and strategies, that I've found useful to again grow the business. Right at the end of the day, it's growing the business. And so for me, just like all the little things that you're talking about, it's learning how to find like knowing your time or writing down your time, right? In the sense of like all the different tasks that you're doing, right? And then looking at that and then now delegating that and hiring. And again, that could be here, but also I found a huge outlook with virtual assistant. So again, they don't necessarily have to be here in the States. They could be out in the Philippines or, in India or wherever, right? And there's websites out there that we use and utilize. And again, you're hiring because they're all people too at the end of the day. Yeah. And so again, what you can do is actually write down like the roles and responsibilities of what they're able to do to help you. Mm-hmm. So that again, it's not necessarily just like the uploading or editing, right? Little stuff like that you're like, oh yeah, all right, like if I record a video of me, like here's how you upload after you edit, then they could do that. And you're like, well, Roy, that takes 10, 15 minutes. It's like, yeah, but over time, that'll really add up because you need to focus on the right? Like I need to make sure the workouts are ready. I need to make sure my content is ready. Like that's where majority of your time that you could utilize as far as like, I call it the bandwidth, right? As far as like the creativity, right? Because again, you're a content creator at the end of the day too, because you're thinking about the people watching the videos, and so you have this whole grand scheme of things. So again, having that outlet, that assistant to help you with the little stuff
Mhm.
will go a long way.
Yeah, yeah. No, I agree with you 100%. And to be honest with you, I've been trying to find those resources that would help me out with those small things here and there that are small in theory, but like you said, they add up. For me, because of what I do,
Right.
and because of the level in what I want to do, the level in which I want to do it at, and I'm sure you know this too, I my fitness business is my baby, and I care for my
Absolutely.
baby with all my heart. And the
Absolutely.
hardest thing for many entrepreneurs, including myself, to do is to relinquish some of that control to somebody else. To take your baby who you've cared for
Right.
and give it to someone else to do their part. And like, I feel like you're gonna drop my baby.
Nope.
I
So
just know
hey,
it. I know you're
hey.
gonna feed my baby rat poison, and I can't have that. Right? So like there's hesitancy there with that. And I completely acknowledge that that's not the best way to run a business, but it's
Right.
also a very, very real feeling.
Right.
But yeah.
I'm gonna throw in my 2 cents there, right?
Yeah, please do.
Because I was there.
Yeah.
Everything that you just said, I'm like, yo, this is my baby. Like, I have a certain way of showcasing this, right? But the beauty about this is that you're the one hiring. You are the business. So when you hire someone, you're like, hey, team, here's the business, here's the vision and mission.
Mhm.
Now, again, I'm no social media expert, but I know that there's a lot more social media people out there via graphic artists, Instagram, etc., that are way better on the creative side than I am.
Yeah.
Because what I do well is more like hypothetically, like think of t-shirts idea and the whole like big business vision. I'm like, I'm not really good at the Instagram side.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let me find someone who's really good at it, but I need to make sure that I communicate with them and share them my passion, my joy. So then again, now there's that back and forth of like, I need to train this person to think like me, but then
Yeah.
also take it to that next level where they're actually going to outdo me. But you got to give them that foundation. And
Yeah.
you are the foundation. So I'm just going to lay that out to you. And for
Hey,
you,
man,
some
I
for you to
appreciate
like think
that.
about, right? And again, obviously we could talk more after to kind of be like, Roy, what would those steps be like? And
Uh-huh.
again, I'm more than happy to kind of dive in a little bit more, right? And then, I mean, if you test it out, great. If it doesn't work, like, do you see what I mean? So it's that taking that like action. All right, well, let me give this a shot. I'm uncomfortable. This feels uncomfortable. I've had this feeling before. I need to give it a shot.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
No, and to your point too, it's one of those things where if you don't try it, you never give yourself the opportunity to lighten your load and to allow your business to grow even further, because now you can focus on higher goals and bigger plans and take a more bird's eye view and approach. Now, if you try it and it doesn't work out, at least you've given it a shot. But if
Right.
you never try it, then you can't expect the same growth as someone else who has a team that's following the vision, the plan, and the mission.
Absolutely. So with that,
Thank you for
what's
that.
something you know now as a business owner that you wish you knew then?
Oof. Oh man. Oh man. Were you ready to go into the second hour? Because we're gonna have to. I mean, this is gonna be a long list. No, I mean,
Give us a few, right? Like maybe
Yeah.
like three that you're like, these are the
Yeah.
first top three that you're like red flags. Not necessarily red flags, but you're like, guys, I went through this.
Yeah, without a doubt. Well, first things first, I'll say, and I'll reiterate, is that when it comes to your business, you have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to try things. You have to make mistakes. You have to learn from those mistakes. I can't express that enough. And you have to start now,
Mm-hmm.
not tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
You got to start now. You really got to start now. And it doesn't mean that you have to have the entire plan ready to go and that you are forming an LLC right now, but
Right.
like start putting pen to paper, right? Start
Yes.
asking questions, start networking, start putting out, blueprints, start cultivating, start creating, start doing whatever it is that you need to do in your business. Start doing it now. Because if you wait too long, like me, you'll regret the time spent. That if you wait too long or have already waited too long, it's okay. Start now. This is your call. These are the words you were looking for, the sign that you were hoping to see. This is the sign right now for you to get going. So
Yeah.
first and foremost, I'll say that. Secondly, and this is less of a I wish I knew, but just more of a reiteration and a reaffirmation that I'm glad I did. Network. Network, 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 network. there are so many opportunities that have come to me because I went to places and I shook hands and I exchanged names and I grabbed contact information and I followed up. And next thing you know, I'm flying here and I'm flying there. And not only networking, but telling people and anybody what you do. I can't help you and you can't help me if we don't know what we do. So I let people know, hey, I'm a fitness content creator. I'm also a coach and I do this and I do that. And please tell me, what do you do? Right.
Right.
And maybe we're not able to help each other, but maybe we know somebody else who can. Right. And our networks are all so small. As large as the world is, as large as your city may be, as large as your block may be, we are all so connected in many ways. So by sharing what you do and showcasing the passion that you have and just really discussing it on a very just general level, you'll be surprised at how many opportunities there are for growth within that sphere and within that network that you'll eventually start to see those numbers multiply in.
Dang.
So getting started now and then networking and doing lots of it are my 2 points that I say you got to do and you have to do ASAP.
Beautiful. What about like 5 things you need, in your industry, right? Outside of like the networking, but like, how do you get clients?
So thank God I've gotten to a point where now I get clients based off of referral.
Yeah.
I've been working in the industry long enough, and I have success stories in addition to successful projects and different people who I've worked with in different capacities that speak on my behalf, right? And we all want to get to a point where referrals help generate and maintain our business because the word of mouth is the most effective way to
Mm,
attract new clientele and to of course keep your current clientele. So word of mouth, word of mouth, word of mouth is what we want to get to. But prior to that, you have to beat the streets. And like I said, telling people who you are and what you do is one great way to do it. One way that helped me build my business too
yeah.
was the fact that I can't get to a million people in a single day. But you know what can? Social media can. And social media in today's day and age is the easiest way to get your craft out there. So if you are an artist, draw, put it up on social, let people see it. If
Yeah.
you make clothes like Roy, put it up on social, right? He has a team for that helps and assists with getting that promotion out there because those eyeballs are many and we all have a skill and a service to provide that people need.
Right. So what are you currently doing on the social side to promote your app?
Yeah. So on the social side, I have a very, how do I say this? A very hands-on approach
Okay.
with my business.
Yeah.
First off, I am posting the videos that I'm doing. I'm showcasing the sweat dripping off of my face after a workout. I'm tagging and linking to my app so people know exactly when to get it, how to get it, how much it costs, and there's no questions left unanswered. I'm doing Instagram lives so that people can interact with me live and know that I'm accessible in that way.
Yeah.
So there's many ways that I'm doing or attacking from that perspective. What I also like to do is I actually like to respond to my DMs. I let people know, like, hey, I'm a real person. This is not a team behind me that's just handling everything. This
Right.
is me here. Like, this is what I do. This is what I love. And I'm here to support you. And if you want more support and you want more resources, I have my app available for you. And I think people really appreciate that and they feel even more connected to me because number one, I make myself accessible to them. But number two, in today's day and age, we all want to feel connected to someone else. Especially over the past 2 years, we were so far from everyone, right?
Absolutely.
Communities got broken up from whether they were your gym community or your social community or your church community. Like a lot of that got halted, and we miss each other because humans are very social beings. So knowing that you have access to me, maybe not in person because you're across the world or across the state or on the other side of the city, but at least you know that I can send him a DM and
Right.
he'll get back to me if he can, or he'll reach out to me and I'll continue to interact with him in hopes that I'll get that touch and that assistance whenever I need it. So for me, it's all about being personable. It's being accessible, showcasing that not only in my workouts but also in my social media interactions.
Beautiful. Are you on the TikTok?
I'm on it, but I'm not on it, if you follow me. So I have a TikTok account. I posted a handful of times. I haven't figured out how to best utilize the platform. Right now, I'm sticking to what I know.
Right.
And also at the same time, too, I'm focusing on what I'm building, which is my app. And TikTok is fun. I also understand and realize that as many resources are out there, you don't necessarily have to do every single one. You don't necessarily have to do every single one well. Focus on what you want to focus on and what doesn't drain you. And once you get to a point where everything else is flowing and is flowing well for you, maybe you can branch out and try to do a better job on other apps and other platforms.
I totally hear you on that, because obviously, I'm on the same boat. Guys, I'm on TikTok. I preach about it. Never made one post yet.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm also failing the team right now. No, but I think, again, it goes back to, obviously, like what I know, like what you're saying is I'm all about the gram. Obviously, mainly also in Facebook, but like we're slowly pivoting now and seeing where the attention is. Mm-hmm. And so that's why I'm also wanting to learn and tap into the TikTok, because again, history repeats itself. When Facebook was hot, Facebook is still hot, right? In some way, capacity. Mm-hmm. Instagram came on, and then Snapchat, and then everyone was on Snap. And then now it switched back to Instagram. And then it was Musical.ly first, and then they switched it over to TikTok. Mm-hmm. So again, it's just this whole like history of repeat over the last 8+ years, right? But if you look at the last 3 years with TikTok, the trajectory of these young entrepreneurs just getting the attention, and that's the trade-off, is like it's so organic.
Yeah. But let me ask you this question, Roy. Let me ask you, so do you have to be on social media and be successful with a bunch of followers and a bunch of likes in order to have a successful business?
I will say, if you have a product or service that you're trying to grow, then yes. Because the way I look at it, way back when, you would have to pay for advertising.
Okay.
Right? So you would either have to pay for a billboard, or it's like, oh no, I need to get on the Super Bowl commercial. So I need millions of dollars so that I could have so many eyeballs watching, because people watch the Super Bowl. Yeah. Right? Now, it's the complete opposite. Mm-hmm. You don't need a billboard. This is the billboard. Social media is the billboard. That's how I built my clientele. I don't know if I told you this, but that's like essentially how I built the clientele with the CrossFit community, was because, again, CrossFit's all over the world. It's worldwide, but we have nationwide clients. Yeah. And again, just part of being in the Facebook group, and one post led to another post. But then like I started posting on Instagram, started hashtagging CrossFit, and then they started sharing, and then their gyms that followed in the same neighborhood start to view their stories. And so they're like, I like that merch from that gym. Who are they using? Oh, wait, I saw a story. They're using 1P. Let me book a call with them. I never reached out to them. So that's what I mean by like the organic aspect of social media. If you have that, and again, way back when, I don't know if anyone sold knives. That was a Cutco showcasing the penny, the penny over there. But they were knocking on doors, and like that's how sales used to be. You literally had to knock on doors. Social media now, TikTok, Instagram, etc., you are knocking worldwide.
Yeah, 100%. Now, so the reason why I asked you if you had to have a strong social media presence in order to be successful, I agree that it can help, and it can help exponentially, right, in considerable ways. But I also feel that most people, including myself, are not using it effectively or efficiently or properly. And next thing you know, you're posting content that is not offering a service, or not offering assistance, or not showing that you can actually solve a problem. And as a result, you're missing the opportunity to actually attract clients. So oftentimes that effort that we'll put into social media, we're actually taking away from building our business in sound ways. And now we're just kind of iffy here and iffy here, and now we just have an overall iffy business. I feel first things first, if you have a sound business plan, sound idea of who you are, what you're offering, and you can effectively communicate that on social, now you can talk about building your business in a very profound way.
Right. No, absolutely. So my take on that, with that, so I'm just going to build off of you. Yeah. It's basically, again, so having a screen print business, right? I'm trying to funnel. So the way I look at social media is more so of a funnel. And again, I'm not dancing right now, but I was thinking about it, throwing out some moves to
Hey,
showcase the new
yo.
spring line. But again, if you were to ask her like Roy one, well, do you dance? I'm like, well, way back when I had my boy band days, you know what I mean? So
That's what I'm talking about.
I got a little bit of rhythm, right? So I'm
Hey.
okay dancing, right? But again, if you're not comfortable dancing, I'm not saying like, oh, you have to dance because that's what TikTok does,
Mhm,
right? And
mhm.
so when you dive more into the social media, into TikTok, you always have perception.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not until you actually go in it and
Mhm,
play and get lost, because there are a lot of TikTok out there where it's more educational. And so
mhm.
what's happening is that it is what you want it to be. Just like YouTube. Think about YouTube and where we're at right now with YouTube.
Yeah,
If I need to learn how to do X, Y, and Z or fix something, you go on YouTube because you're
yeah,
like, how to DIY X, Y, and Z.
yeah.
And there's that platform. Guess what? TikTok, you could probably find the exact same thing
Mhm.
in their platform in a
Yeah.
different way. Oh man, we are getting close to time. So you know what? We always end the show, and you don't know about this, but
Oh
we
boy.
have a rapid fire fun questions.
Oh boy.
So it's the first thing that comes to your mind.
Yeah,
You ready?
I guess so.
All righty. Here we go. Here we go. Question number one. One thing you can never live without, and it can't be coffee.
Ooh, my wife first and foremost, but a very close second are lifesaver gummies. Let me just put
Oh, lifesaver gummies.
yeah, man.
Wait, is there a certain flavor? Is there a certain
They
flavor?
all taste the same to me because I'm grabbing a handful, I'm just throwing them in.
I love it.
I like it
I
bad.
love that. Actually, now I got a taste for that. Um, what do you do to manage your mental health?
Mm. For me, I like to sit down and watch a good, engaging television show because I'm always on my feet so much and I'm always talking to people and interacting and giving my energy in that way. When it's time for me to just disconnect, I like to disconnect completely and then just let my brain work and let the rest of my body chill out. So, believe it or not, I like to find a couch. I'm a big homebody and hang out and do a lot of nothing, but enjoy a good TV show or a good movie.
Guy, well, this is gonna be a part two. What
Yeah, right.
current show are you binge watching?
Oh man, watching a bunch right now, but Snowfall is what I'm watching at the
All
moment.
right,
Got
Snowfall.
my
Well,
FX.
I will have to check that out.
Yeah, man.
Question number three. What is your current obsession?
Current obsession right now is my app. I'm working like a madman
Yeah.
to build this thing and get it going and put it in a place where it's helping people, it's effective, it's fun for me, it's fun for them, and where it's just a no-brainer for me to continue doing it and doing it at a high level. So that's everything I'm working on right now for sure.
I love it. I love it. Then you actually need that. All right, beautiful. Question number four. What is a morning routine you have to do?
Morning routine I have to do is I have
I
to wake up.
keep it G rated.
It's very G rated. It's probably the most G rated you can get. I wake up, I give my wife a kiss, I say a prayer over her, and I say a prayer over my son who's coming in 6 weeks.
Congratulations. I
Thank
did
you,
see
brother.
that. Oh
Appreciate it.
man, that is I love that. I love that.
Thank you.
And last question, Gideon.
Yeah,
What is a good rule you've learned from someone?
yeah. Good rule. It's what you do when you don't have to that will determine where you will be when you can't help it. So it's doing the hard work when nobody watches you, when the doors are closed, when you're the last person in the office or the last person in the gym. That's going to determine how you succeed, how you strive, how you elevate when all the chips are down and there's nothing else that you can do. So do the hard work, put your head down, grind it out, and watch how everything else takes care of itself based off of the effort you put forth in the beginning.
Wow. Again, guys, I hope you grab that notebook, grab that piece of paper, watch this again on replay. Gideon, thank you so much for sharing your journey with us. Guys, show some love for Mr. Gideon. Give us a like, comment, get fit with Giddy, right?
Hey,
Get
yes.
fit with Giddy. Comment below and subscribe to our channel. Check out his fitness app, which again was going to be linked in below. And again, if you guys have been listening or watching wherever you are, please make sure that you share your biggest insights. Let us know your key takeaways and what else you'd like to learn from this channel. Again, I'm here to help you and guide you through your entrepreneurial journey. Thank you again, and stay tuned for the next one. Hey, Gideon, you might need to hold on because we're going to be taking a quick selfie real quick. So yeah, we'll leave it there. And thank you again.
Thank you, man. It's a pleasure. Thank you to everybody who listened. I'll see y'all online.
Thank you again for watching. If you want any more videos just like this one, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe and check out these other videos right over here. We post a new video every Wednesday. Thanks again for checking us out.